Okay, Sue, so if you want to do 4 lines in a graph, I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to actually start from scratch, and I deleted that other graph that you had, but here is this graph. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to move it to the side. Okay, so this is how I tell all my students to make graph, especially if they have multiple ones. So first I'm just going to select just an empty cell to put my graph in. And I don't highlight anything. I go right to insert. And then I want chart with the dots and just the dots, just like this. And yeah, it's supposed to be blank because you didn't add data yet. So what I'm going to do is add data, and I'm going to add the data one at a time for each of the lines. So if I right click on my mouse, I'll get this menu. Then I'm going to select data like this. So what this brings up is literally asking what data to use. So we don't have any data right now, so we're going to add some. The way I'm going to do this, is do it like this. So series name, I just put liquid 1. Okay. I'm going to start off with this data set right here. And you can see that I added these titles just so it's a little more clear. Now it's asking for the X value, so I'm going to click this button right here and select the X, which I assume is this. I think that is the case, like that. And then it's going to ask for the Y, so I'll just highlight the first set, the liquid 1. Do not do any letters. It will mess it up, just the numbers like that. And press OK. And that's how you add each of the lines. So notice I press the button Add once again. Series name, now I'm going to do liquid 2. You don't actually have to put this in here, but if you want to be organized, it's really nice. You can actually technically leave this blank. But this is the crucial part. So now I'm going to select the X values again, the same ones. And then the Y values again. So I'm highlighting those, I'm dragging and clicking. I'm clicking that button, clicking OK. And there we go. I'm going to add another one. Series name liquid 3. Like that. X value. I'm going to highlight these, press the button, press this button, highlight liquid 3. This is a lot of fun. There you go. Add again. Liquid 4. Oops, liquid 4. X values. Boom. Add that. Y values. So notice that there's this stuff in here. Don't worry about it. Don't even touch it. Just click this button. Ignore it. And just click that. And press OK. So now we have all the lines just like that. Ta-da! I'm just going to add a quick layout. Just so I have my chart titles. Oh, what happened to my lines? They might be on top of each other. That's fine. Okay. That's because I'm lazy and I don't feel like adding my chart titles. So anyway, now the next thing is you want all the slopes for these lines. So what you can do is, if you right click on any of the colors, right? You see there's 4 colors here. Like I'm going to right click on this yellow data set. So right click, and now it says add trend line, okay? So it's going to give me the options right here. You want a linear line, which is what I assume you want. And then if you scroll down a bit, sorry, it's a little cut off, you want the equation. And I don't know if you want R squared. I usually do with my students. And there you go. This is for the yellow liquid. This is for liquid 4. So up to you and how you want to organize this. It's kind of hard. So what I usually do is put it in numerical order. So the one on the bottom, this is the 4th one, will go on the 4th one, like that. I'm going to do the rest. So I guess I'll click on the gray one. Right click. Now notice this is series 4. I don't want that one, so that's how I know it's wrong. I'm going to click on this gray. Try to click the gray set. See, series liquid 3. Perfect. Add trend line. Now I click down below. Equation, R squared. Boom. And here we go. So I put this right here, like this. So I anticipate this is going to happen. I'm just going to make this smaller. That this is going to, oops. Now this is literally just me being picky. We can move this up a little bit. There we go. So it gives you a key right here, which is really nice. And I'm going to put all the R squareds in numerical order. Let's keep going. The liquid 2, you could start at 1. It doesn't really matter. Liquid 2, good. Add trend line. Add those 2. Move it down. So this is number 2. And then number 1 is the blue one. Add trend line. There we go. Oops, R squared. There you go. So now I have it in order, where this one is liquid 1, liquid 2, liquid 3, liquid 4. Of course, this is in the opposite order that I did it in, but it doesn't matter. You still have the cues right here. And there you are. This will be all of your data. Now, I don't know if this is something you want to do, but if you want it to go through the 0, you have to add the 0, 0. This is, of course, all extra. Or if you don't want to add 0, 0, what you can do is, if you click on any of the data sets, I'll just click on the orange ones. Let me just get rid of this for a second. So if you right click on the data set with orange, if it wants to work right. Liquid 2 is the orange one? Probably. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so what I did here is I clicked on the orange data set. And what you could do, which is actually kind of cool, is this button right here called Forecast. It allows you to extend the line forward and backwards, given the trend. So for instance, if I want to see where it crosses the y-axis right here of the orange one, I need to forecast a value. So notice that I'm at a value of 5 here, and I need to go to 0. So I'm going to go backward 5. So that's like 5 increments, like that. And there you go. This actually happens to go through the 0, which is pretty interesting. So there you go. If you wanted to do something like that, and if you wanted to extend it forward 5, oops, I didn't mean 50, but anyway, you could see you can extend your lines to make it, like a best fit. Not sure if this is something you want to do, just throwing it out there, but otherwise, you can see that you don't really necessarily need that. You can put this back to 0, and this just puts a trend line for the data that you have, like that. So there you go. And that's how you add 4 lines to the same graph and have all the slopes like this. You can, of course, make this look nice and pretty if you're like me and I have to make things look pretty. You can make it like this. There we go. And then your chart titles, and you can add all this. Now you could do this too, of course, with add chart elements. This does it step by step. I get lazy and just use the quick one. The problem with the quick one is you could see you can actually do the lines already, but I don't like to. I like to have control over that kind of stuff, so I kind of do it myself like this. Alright, so that's how you do that. Hope this is helpful. I'll save this as exemplar lab graphs Verducci or something like that. Let me save this. Anyway, I'll email this back to you, and hopefully this helps. Alright, see you later. Bye.